Hello and welcome back to another Gunpla review. Today we're taking a look at the SDCS Cross Silhouette Booster in green. This is, as the name would imply, a booster for the cross silhouette frame, though that said it does come with a few extra goodies. So let's get into the review by going over everything that comes with this. Starting off with the fact that it does actually include a sticker sheet. And these, as you could probably tell, are the cameras for the gym head that comes with the CS frame. Sold separately. But I do appreciate that they included camera stickers and the visor sticker for this. Especially since everything over on this side are parts to make a gym. We have the skirt, the chest, which is different from the Gundam since this is completely flat, the backpack, as well as the beam spray gun, which thankfully isn't too hollowed out, though it is a little ugly from this side. Otherwise, you have these very short sort of BB Senshi style legs, these extra short upper arms, the extra long upper arms, extra short lower arms. Then you get the extended thighs, both square and round, and the 4 different hands. Left and right splayed hands, a closed fist for the left, and a holding hand for the right. So let me get this all off the runner and then we'll take a look at it in a little more detail. Okay, everything's been cut out and loosely organized, so it should go fairly quickly. I will point out I can't get these feet apart to get the SD frame feet out, but we can deal with that. So yeah, the beam spray gun, I should probably lock the focus up here, actually. Yeah. Very hollowed out right here, but could be worse. I've seen worse anyway. Yeah, you have the waist area, which almost looks the same front and back, which is that accurate? Backpack. This isn't removable, which is obvious, but slightly unfortunate if you want to actually have it posed with the beam saber. Of course, the gym torso, which has pretty much the same detailing as the Gundam. It pretty much is just this is flat now. And then you have the sort of BB Senshi style legs. And speaking of BB Senshi, the CS frame actually comes with an alternate neck piece, which is compatible with the BB Senshi style heads. So combine these together and you can pretty much make a slightly more articulated BB Senshi figure, or you can use the parts for customization, which is nice. But yeah, these are for use with the SD frame to give it even shorter legs than it already has. They're pretty generic looking. They really do barely have any detailing at all. These could pretty much be used for any kit you want. And yeah, they really make the legs short, huh? Like, considerably shorter than they already were. Also, you do get some nice little short SD arms for it as well, which are pretty much the same size as the standard ones, but they do have a full elbow, which is nice. Put these together, you get a pretty nice little SD, and I'm pretty sure that these are specifically intended to be used with the gym, but you can use it with other suits. Next up, let's get a better look at the hands. Now, yeah, you get 2 really nicely molded, honestly, splayed hands, and they're not even that hollow on the underside, which is nice. Then get a better look at that closed fist, which is very hollowed out, but hey, so are the holding hands, so at least it's consistent. And finally, you do get this nice angled gripping hand for, well, It's pretty obviously intended to be used with a beam saber, but you can also have it holding a heat hawk. And honestly, I quite like how that looks, so I'm not complaining. Finally, you do get the extension parts. These upper arms, which are considerably longer than the regular ones. Personally, I'm not really planning on using them because I kind of like the length that these arms have. But you also get these extended thighs, which again are noticeably longer. And you also get the same length of thigh in rounded. So you actually do get rounded thighs as well, which is nice. And these are pretty specifically for use with, Xeon suits, but the Zaku specifically. And really the hands and those thighs are why I bought this kit, but all these other parts are really nice. Alright, I have my Zaku finished, and managed to make a little junkyard bot out of the leftover gym parts. I will point out, as you can see, I used the CS feet over here because I think the SD ones, since they're a little bit lower, make the ankle look a lot nicer. But aside from that, it is just CS frame, pretty much. I did end up swapping the shoulders just because I wanted a little bit more gray in there. And I did have to swap the neck piece, the little hinge in there, because, well, the CS kits have sort of an odd quirk to them, where if you put the ball joint into the head, it's pretty much impossible to get it out again. So these are all the parts that I have left over. I'm sure I can use these somewhere. And of course we need a quick size comparison. And yeah, it definitely makes the SD taller, or shorter, depending on what parts you get, I guess. So to wrap this review up, the Cross Silhouette Booster is actually a pretty good set. It gives you a lot of parts when it comes to customization, which is what it was intended for. The expressive hands are a nice touch. I do really appreciate those. And it lets you, albeit you have to part out a full gym, but you can actually make a full gym, which is nice. Now that said, I do think the price was a little bit high for what you get. But SDs are fairly cheap in general, so it's not that big of a deal. Especially given some of the other SDCS kits that come with parts that are like $30 Canadian, but yeah, these are worth picking up. But anyway, that's been all for this review. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, it helps a lot. Subscribe for future reviews and watch my backlog. Go follow me on Twitter for updates, and consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep bringing you reviews, just like this one. And as always, until next time, happy building.